Yo, what's good?
Yo, we're back at it again.
And welcome to the Straight Up R&D Podcast, episode 18.
Episode 18 and going strong, man.
Going strong, y'all. Going strong. We just came off a really good episode 17. Go check that out if y'all did it.
Yeah, check the shorts, everything.
Yeah,
check
you can relax and listen to this and then go back. Whichever way you choose.
It's up to you.
But, we always got to start off by saying this before we get into the episode. We don't give a fuck about your feelings, but we do appreciate the support.
Yep.
But at the time that this is recorded, we have 81 subscribers.
Yeah, 81 subscribers. Yo, shout out to the subscribers, to the people that have been rocking with us. You know, this is a completely organic channel.
Yeah. So
we're not fluffing organic. Any numbers, anything. This is completely organic, and we like it. You know?
We like it. Like I said, this is by the time that this is recorded. By the time this episode is released, who knows where we'll be at. So thank you for the future subscribers.
Yes. yes. And again, we don't give a fuck about your feelings. Like you said, I just have to reiterate that again because it's just so important.
Yeah, it's
so
going down. It's so important.
It's just so important.
I just want to say this too. It's like whether you agree with us, disagree with us, either you think we're telling truth, lies, whatever, we don't care. And listen, we here support. Our platform is to speak your mind. So if you want to call us out, call us dumb,
whatever. Come on the show.
You know what
I mean? Come on the show. Say something more. Like, hit us up. We'll bring you on.
We're encouraging all of this. So
everything. We want the madness. Like, bring it on.
So with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, definitely.
And, before we get into it, you got anything you want to say, or you ready?
Nah, I don't have anything to say. Let's jump right into this one.
Okay.
So in the last episode, I gave you guys a sneak peek of one of the topics for episode 18. So, if you know, then you know. If you watch that episode, you know what I'm talking about, and you know where I'm going with this.
Right.
So the question is, are women a distraction?
Oh man.
Are they a distraction?
Women can be a distraction. Now, they could be a distraction for a guy who's on his grind and trying to really get to the money or really trying to better himself in his life. They can be a distraction because, listen, every man has to hit this hyper-focus mode of I'm sacrificing a year of fun time and free time to really better my craft or better myself as a man. Now, the shit that men are going to do to get to that point are things that women are going to enjoy, like no vacations, not going out to eat a lot, minimal dates, staying in the house a lot more because
not getting your hair done, nails did.
You know what I mean? Like you going to the dungeon. You in the dungeon, bro. That's how I explain it. There are certain points it's I'm going to the dungeon. And that's not, women don't want that. So now your girl might be like, oh, I know you said that you don't want to go out to eat, but I found this restaurant that's, really cheap. It's I just said, we're not going out to eat because I'm trying to, stay focused. And it's once they keep nagging about it, it's easy to give in. It's all right, let me go on this little trip that they said, or let me just go out to eat that they talking about. And it could break your focus. You know what I mean? And they could be.
And then months later, you look like, damn, if I didn't spend the $2,000 for that damn trip, we would have been able to afford these bills, or we would have been able to get this and that. That's more important.
Right.
But do I think women are a distraction? I'll say mostly.
Mostly. They can be.
I'll say mostly, right? It's because a lot of our, if you really think about it, a lot of a man, what drives a man is really a woman, right? So
that's facts.
We're driven by them. We want to do more. We want to have more. We want to, have something to show for, make something for ourselves, because what man really just wants to be alone?
Yeah, no man wants to be alone. But I would say, look, a man's drive is driven by himself, and the women come with it.
I will say this because, you go on YouTube, wherever, you see the guy with a Ferrari. Like, why does he get the Ferrari? He doesn't get the Ferrari because he likes the car. He gets the Ferrari because he wants to pull bitches.
Damn, I might want the Ferrari because I like the Ferrari.
Nah, bro, nah. You only get in the Ferrari to pull bitches, bro. Like, you could have got any other car where you got a Ferrari, bro. You got a Lambo, only 2-seater car. Like, there's no logic behind it. It doesn't serve any. You can't even drive a Lambo in New York City.
No, you can't drive a Lambo in New York City. But
dudes still got it, right?
Listen.
Why? Because they're trying to flex. And I can guarantee you, those same dudes go to the club. They park the Lambo right in front of the club. They want the attention. They want the bitches. Like, that's how I see it.
No, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. But I feel like a man with destiny, he's gonna do what he's gonna do without the women. Women come with it though. The more success you are, the more women flock to you.
Right, but one of the underlying things or motivation is to get bitches.
No, because
now you're getting a new tier of bitches now. Like, you're getting a whole new tier of girls now.
You're getting them Instagram models.
Yeah, you're getting Instagram models. Before it was these no names that was hitting you up. Now you got Instagram celebrities or
shoot, for real. The girl you was gazing over before, that's a rapper. Well, not a huge rapper. But like, I don't know, there's like some of these celebrities, like you just like, oh damn, she wanna go on a date with me?
Yeah. What? And that's the thing. And when you go and take her on a date, you're not gonna pull up in a Corolla, right? You're gonna have a Lambo because you want to impress her, right? So it's driven. I think most of it is driven by women because if I get a Lambo, like, I expect the bitches gonna come with it. You're like, what's the point in driving a Lambo with no bitch in it? I keep using that word a lot. What's the point of driving a Lambo with no girl in this passenger seat?
You're right, but I could also look at that as, bro, this is my trophy though.
I could just rent one and drive and just have a good time and then give it back. Like, why?
No, you're right.
Why would I buy it?
No, I get it, but I will also look at it as, this is my trophy. This is what, my trophy for my hard work. Like, you get that watch. Like, listen, women gonna look at the watch you have too. But it's like, I got this watch because, like, man, I worked so hard and now I'm actually able to afford it. And, it makes me feel good. Again, the girls come with it, but it makes me feel good. But you're right. Like, something as, conspicuous as a car, like a Ferrari, a Lambo, then... Like, you want attention.
Yeah,
you want driving down the street because you want attention.
You want attention, and who you want attention from? You ain't looking for dudes to give you attention.
For real.
Like, I even said this. Like, if I was to win a lot tomorrow, be a multi-millionaire, billionaire, I wouldn't buy a Ferrari. Like, I honestly don't think I would buy a Ferrari or a supercar. Like, one car that I do like is a Porsche 911 GT3. I love that car. I never driven it, whatever. But, like, do I even think I would get that? I don't even know. Like, I just feel like, why?
I got a car that I will, if I ever came up with some money like that, I really want a Rolls Royce Cullinan. But $500,000, $500,000 car, bro. And I'm just like,
$500,000, like,
do I really want to do that? And then you got to think about it.
Maintenance,
the maintenance
all
on that
comes with it.
Then a tire might be $3,000. Like, so that's why I'm like, 'cause I like big body cars, bro. I like big body car, I like Jeeps or trucks. And I'm like, damn, man, Cullinan, that's a nice big body car. I feel like a boss driving through the city with that.
Right.
But that price tag, it's like, do I really want to go
drop that?
And how often are you really going to drive that? Because that can't be like an everyday car.
No, you can't. You can't even drive. And that's another thing. You can't even drive it like that. And it's like, what's the point? So for me, it's like, I'd rather get, let's say, an AMG Mercedes Benz, or like a high tier luxury car that's not like $300,000, $400,000. Like I don't think there's really any value with that.
To having those cars.
And half the time the girls don't even know what the car is. They only know the emblem. So it's like, okay, you get the emblem. They don't even know what model it is, how many horses is in it, what's the 0 to 60. They don't know any of that. So
just look nice.
I think a lot exactly, and they just want to be in it. You know what I mean? So I feel a lot of a man's drive is for a woman. Like, think about it. Like,
but that's a dangerous game to play, though. If everything you do in your life is for a woman, though, do you have internal happiness? You know what I mean? Like, say if you got this big house and lifestyle, and the woman of your dreams don't come along with it, like, are you satisfied with yourself because you don't have the woman?
But that's the thing. Girls will say this one thing: a woman makes a house a home.
Which is
right. I agree.
It's true because a woman's touch is very real.
Yeah. There's nothing like a woman's touch. So it's like, if I'm this big millionaire and I have a mansion but no wife, no girl, then it's like,
that's a good point.
Why do I have such a big house?
That's a good point. You want somebody in it. No, that's a good point.
You want somebody in it. So I think we work hard.
Women are a part of the motivation.
And I think it plays they are a part of a big chunk of it. I think. I mean, yes, you got your personal thing. You want to get money. You want to be successful. You want to make something of yourself. I get that piece. Those are all critical and important things. But what's the point in having all those things if you have nobody to share it with?
No, that's absolutely right. And I don't think man or woman, nobody wants to be lonely. And there's only so much time you can play that bachelor lifestyle until you say, like, all right, I want to come home to, your girl, your wife, and, a couple kids. After a while, that shit gets exhausting. So you're definitely right. Especially like when you get married, your wife. No, you're right. Your wife is a big part of your motivation.
Yeah,
because I feel
family.
Like family, and I think men, we're competitive by nature, so you're going to keep competing with your former self to show that your woman that she made the right decision. So definitely, I can see your point.
Well, then I gotta clarify too, because it's gotta be clear with like not. There has to be a clear distinction between men who are complacent and men who are driven. So it's like a driven man, he wants to get more for himself, but he also wants, more for his family, more for his wife. And that's what makes him wake up every day. That's what even dudes that are not even rich, that's what make them get up every day to go to work. Like, I got a family support, I got a wife to support, a girlfriend to support. I'm doing this for not only myself, but for her, but for them, So I think the women can, but the original question is, are women the distraction? and I know I'm kind of contradicting myself here, but if your motivation is only for women and you're doing things to get women, it's like, you gotta know where to draw the line with that. Because
bro, you'll be a simp because you're gonna leave with your wallet.
Exactly.
Like, all right, I got the money now, so now I can pay for 15 women hair, or I can keep sending money out because now I'm balling, now I'm rich. Like, nah, man, you still gotta have some game to you. You can't just let nobody.
You can't be like Fresh and Fit. What's the dude named Fit? What's his name?
Man.
Who's the clown's name? What's his name?
I think it's Fresh.
Fresh. I don't. Yo, like, he's a clown, bro. He's a clown.
Bro,
he's a clown.
That's my Bayesian brother, man.
Damn, he's a clown.
I met him too.
You did?
I met him in Miami.
Yo,
it's crazy. I hope those aren't lies. But like, yeah.
Yo, he's a clown to me. But anyway, this podcast is not about him. But I do think women serve as some sort of distraction for men who are not focused because, women come with the success, right? But, you can't prioritize them on your come up.
Right. And listen, I do think...
But we do it for women, though.
I think... No, you're right. We do it for women, but fellas, like, I feel like there has to be a time in your life where you're not in a relationship where you're just grinding, bro.
Yeah. There you go. Every man has to have that period.
You gotta have that period when you're just going. Because, again, you don't want to afford those distractions. And I would say this is the benefit of having a woman. It's like men, real men, have the tendency to like overwork themselves and want to keep grinding and going and not think about the other aspects of life. Like sometimes, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes I kind of forget like life is short, bro. You know what I mean? And it's good to have my woman, my wife, to keep me grounded. To say, look, I understand you want to work, but life is short. What if you drop dead tomorrow? Like, you made all this money to do what with? You know what I mean? Right. And then, so it's good to have a woman to keep that focus. Like, all right, maybe I can take a little weekend trip and enjoy life here and there, and then come back and get on the grind. So I will say that's the benefit of having a woman to keep you grounded and remind you that life is just not all about work. Because, bro, like, it just take one health issue to fuck everything up. Like, this person I follow on social media, him and I was working in the same position, and we both had, goals. This was last year. Like, hey, this is what I want to do for this year. And I don't know what happened to him, but he was battling some real health issues, and everything stopped for him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's like, we got to be hyper-focused and do the things we want to do and grind, but it's good to have a woman to remind you. It's like, all right, hey, let's take a break. Let's just go to the Caribbean for a little bit, and then you can come back and do what you got to do. Like, the money's going to come. The money's going to come because you got the work ethic, but...
Yeah, you gotta celebrate small victories.
Gotta celebrate the small. I'm big on that. I know some people are not, but I'm big on celebrating the small wins because, bro, you gotta have some type of motivation to keep going.
Keep going. Right. And I thought of this quote. It's like, there's a saying that when you make plans, God laughs at you. Because like
that's a good quote, bro.
Like you said about you, was your coworker?
It wasn't a coworker. It was just some guy I was following social media because we both had the same position. Yeah. So we would like hit each other up here and there, like, oh, congrats on the road. This is how to do it. But then,
you see again, and that's why you gotta celebrate those small wins and cherish those small victories, and remember that you only got one life and life is short, right? Like anything can happen, and you just gotta be grateful for every day that we can wake up. So to answer the question, are women a distraction? Yes. So moving on. So this question here, how do I say this? This is a real question. Mm-hmm. This is a real question. So it's about pillow talking. Mm-hmm. So, should you tell your girl about other chicks that you had in the past? And, like, does body count matter?
To me, but does body count matter? Yes and no. And what I mean by that, and should I also tell her about other girls I've been with in the past?
Yeah.
No, because what are we worrying about the past for? I'm worried about the now and the future. And when I say yes and no to the body count question, like, look, I have never asked this, and my current and previous relationships. How many men have you slept with? Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now I don't care to extent. Now, if it pops up, you know what I mean? Some type of conversation, like she voluntarily revealed that information, like, oh, I slept with 50 men in the past. I'm like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, I could be walking in a room and everybody like, damn, I slept with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, then I will look at you a little different. I'm sorry. I can't hold you. That's just how I'm going to look at you. So it does matter. What's that girl name? Brittany Renner?
Yeah.
She went on Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp podcast, and she revealed how many men she slept with. And it's like, why? Mm-hmm. Like, why? Because whether you agree with me or not, there's going to be a certain amount of men who just took her off their list because they're like, oh, I don't want anything to do with her now because she slept with too many men. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally nobody's business for you to just give up like that. So, like, I'm not going to ask how many men you slept with, but if it comes out, and it's
was it clip after that or what?
Clip? I want to say no, but it also depends on how long we've been dating. Mm-hmm. Like, if it's under a year, shit, maybe. I don't know. Like, if we vibing,
it's the past though. It's the past.
It's
so it's already
already
done.
Let me not say no because it will still be hard for me to just say. Because especially if it's a good relationship, we vibing and we good with each other, then I'll be like, all right, well, it is what it is. I'm just saying like, damn, you did a lot of shit in your past, bro. Like, but yeah, I don't think it would be clear. I wouldn't say if it's a good relationship. If we are really vibing with each other, and we make each other happy, then you just live with it.
So if dude approach you.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I'm not even gonna go down that road. Anyway, so I mean, for me, definitely, I don't think you should talk about like your experiences with other chicks, like sleeping. And when I meant pillow talk, like girls that you slept with, like.
What's the point?
Like, I don't see what the point is. I don't know why people are trying to like validate. Yeah, you should know about their experience. Like, no, like that stuff is just leave it alone. It's only going to cause problems.
That's just
because now
problems.
you're going to start thinking of other stuff, and you're going to like prioritize all those things that don't even matter because it's not even happening now. So you with somebody, you deal with them as they are. Right, especially if they're treating you right and everything's good, and their old ways are not the same ways that they're doing now or whatever. Then that's a different story. And does the body count matter? I mean, look, the reality is this: every guy wants a girl with a low body count or no body count, or like it. But it's impossible.
It's impossible now.
It's impossible.
These days, it's impossible.
These days, it's absolutely impossible. And to that point, like, the older you get, the higher your body count gonna be, right? So it's like, what does it really matter? You know, like, especially if you're out here trying to find somebody or you're dating and it doesn't work, like, it doesn't always work, like, but again, nobody wants to be with a girl that slept with 100 guys, like that's just disgusting.
That's just kind of crazy,
but in a sense it doesn't matter because it boils down to the person, but you wouldn't want to be with somebody with a lot. But now this leads me to ask, like, does a girl's body count matter more than a guy's body count?
Damn, bro. It just does. I'm sorry. Listen.
Like, expand on that.
Listen, there's double standards with everything. Like, double standards exist. And it just is what it is. Like, men... fuck, bro. Men have the ability to sleep with a woman and just go on about their business. And respectable men, they have to get permission from that woman first to do the deed. Mm-hmm. Like, if she says no, that's just it.
Clip.
But if she says yes, then you're going to do it. And I don't care what any woman says. Like, whenever a man approaches you, like, trying to talk to you, and y'all eventually get in a relationship or y'all trying to get to that shit, he wants to sleep with you, bro. Like,
yeah, that's the only reason why he's talking to you.
Bruh, like if you give permission for him to sleep with you on the first date, he's doing it. He's not saying no. Majority of men is not going to say no if you say like, hey, I really vibe with you. Let's go up to the room or let's go to your house, whatever, and have sex. Like he's not going to say no. So if you as a woman just said yes to so many men, it kind of makes me think like, damn, like you just giving it up. You don't really have to work for it, or you know, you don't really have, I guess, morals or something. But the man, we're competitive. Like we're competing for this woman's attention, to be honest with you. And if you just come to me and just say like, hey, yeah, we can sleep together with no problem, I'm just like, damn, that was real easy. I didn't have to do nothing. I didn't have to take you out to dinner.
Yeah, but then like, does like when it comes easy, then it's just like, is it worth it anymore?
No,
like
you don't want to take it that serious.
No, yeah, you don't take it serious. So I wanted to say this, like, since we know, you know, when a guy talks to a woman, 9 times out of 10 he's trying to smash, right? And if the girl gives him the green light, he's going for it, right? Boom. Now, should we think, or should men think in a way where it's like, okay, I like this girl, she's feeling me, but like, I know I can have sex with her, but I'm not gonna do it.
Who the fuck's saying that?
Because no. So it's like it's more on like, yo, you know, if we smash, then it's like, you know, females are more.
Oh, I know you're going with this
they're
now.
more,
Okay,
they're more into their feelings, and you don't even really know her like if you're dating seriously, if you're dating with a purpose. Let me say that.
Okay.
Yeah, let me clarify. If you know, you out in Miami, you know what I'm saying? You at the boat party, you talking to shorty, and she give you the green light. Obviously, go ahead and take it.
Yeah. If you just living.
You know what I mean? If you just living. But if you trying to date with a purpose now, right? Like, and shorty's giving you the green light on the first night. Like,
that's a red flag.
That's a red flag, right? Because it's like, well, damn, like I ain't even really try, like, and shit. When stuff come easy to you, you're just like, the value just drops. Like, you know, I can walk outside and find a rock on the floor, you know, but I can't go outside and find a diamond. I have to really
work for that.
Work for it, right?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, in that sense, you know, females that give it up so easily is just kind of worthless. I'm not trying to sell. I'm not trying to be like.
But a woman with morals not going to do that. Like
you said, what?
A woman with morals is not going to just give it up one time. Like, like a man that's dating with her. If a man is out here dating, looking for, you know, a wife, or you know, looking to build a family with a woman, he's gonna take time to get to know her. You know what I mean? Like. It includes multiple dates, multiple conversations. Try to, you know, see what you're interested in, to see if y'all share the same values, or you know, things like that. So if off the rip, unless y'all vibe like that, you know what I mean? Unless y'all vibe like that, he's gonna question like, damn man, like it didn't take that much. But hold on, I ain't gonna hold you. There are some men who propose in 3 to 6 months.
That's wild.
Wow. I had a conversation the other day. My wife knows a man who, I think they've been married for like 10 years now, but he proposed within 6 months.
Oh,
so
good for them. They 10 years?
Yeah, but you know, they had to smash real quick. Like,
I mean, they probably smashed. He was like, "Yeah, I gotta put a ring on this one." I mean, in certain instances that can happen, but I to me that's rare. I mean, I don't know about that. That's kind of rare. That's kind of rare to me.
That's rare. I don't.
You hit it once and you try to throw the ring on it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But, it hit a couple times before I even. Shit, it's not even like 2-3 years has got to go by before I even think about making such a big commitment like that.
Yeah.
But that also leads me to ask, like, even if, like, let's say the guy, we talk about like celibacy, like being celibate. If you're celibate, you know, you're not you're abstaining from having sex or whatever. Do you think you should be dating during that period?
You know what's crazy? I was going to ask you that question.
Really?
I was going to ask you that question.
Wow, we thinking. Mind you, that was not even written down or anything. Not even playing, but yeah. That was my question. Like,
so, damn. If you're trying to be celibate, should you be dating for both parties, the man and the woman?
Both parties, either way.
Look, you got your rules, you got your standards. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But damn, that's gonna be hard, bro. That especially for a man, that's gonna be hard. I think a man dating with purpose, has a bit more patience. But if you're talking about waiting till marriage, typically you date. Let's just say it depends on the age range, but let's say you're in your 30s. You may go through that dating stage, let's say 2 to 3 years before you put a ring on it. So you're going to ask a man to wait 2 to 3 years to have no sex with you until he puts a ring or until he asks to marry. Like that's unrealistic unless he shared the same standards as you. I feel like if you're going to be a celibate woman or a celibate man, you have to go search for somebody who's doing the same thing. Because even a woman will have more patience naturally.
Yeah, they're.
But damn, she got needs too at some point. Like,
I mean, here's my take though. I don't think you should be dating to begin with if you're practicing celibacy. Like, some people go, I'm abstaining for a year, 2 years. I don't think you should be dating at all. I don't think it's fair.
Not fair. That's really hard to ask a man to do that.
Yeah, like why? Because he's obviously gonna go look for it somewhere else,
bro. For real, like there is no way.
And Shorty's gonna do the same thing too. Eventually, if it's a man being celibate and a woman's not, and they're trying to be together, the girl's gonna go find it somewhere else. She's not gonna wait for you or wait a year or however long. If it's a month, okay, maybe. But people do it to an extreme where until I'm married or 2 years or a year. Nobody's gonna be with you and stay in a relationship without that core component of the relationship.
Right.
Nobody wants that. And like you said, unless somebody finds another person that's practicing the same thing. Yeah. But that's gonna be hard. That's like finding a needle in a haystack.
I gotta go to a church or some shit to find that.
Even in a church, man. They don't even do that. They know. All that bull crap. Y'all, dude, some of y'all probably the worst ones. Come on, man.
But no, you're probably right. You probably shouldn't be dating do that year or two by yourself. But to really go up to a man and say y'all dating, but hey, also by the way, I don't want to have sex until I'm married. Either two things either happen. Either I think he may be a simp if he do this. He's going to propose under a year. He's going to be like, oh, no sex until marriage. Okay, let me just hurry up and propose so I can have sex. Mm-hmm. And basically just giving the woman what she wants. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then once you're locked in, you're locked in. Or two, he probably wait a month and he's like, yeah, I can't do this. Or he might stay with you and he just out here screwing other women.
Being a wild boy. That's what he's going to do. Yeah. Trust. It's no way any man, simps will probably do it. But, I mean, the Simp Olympics is strong. Like I've been saying for the past 2 episodes, it's been strong. It has been strong.
It's been strong. But that's why you got to be selective, though, on who you choose to date. Right. I'm not saying, we're not advocating for you to open up your legs and sleep with every man you meet. But shoot, you could say no to a date. You could be like, you know what, I don't like this guy, so I'm not even gonna waste my time with him. Mm-hmm. But if you choose to engage in a relationship with somebody,
and even if they're a person who's practicing celibacy goes out on a date and they meet a nice guy, and she tells him that she could be missing out on a good dude. Yeah, he could be a real good dude, good intentions, pure intentions for you. And it's, I'm not going to get some cookies. You know, like I can't have the cookies, so what are you gonna do? Tease me with the cookies all the time, and just like, what are we doing? You know, like, I think it's a selfish thing to do. Be practicing that and being on dates. It's
especially
selfish.
if you gave it up in the past, like
Yeah,
other men.
like, what? Like everybody else had they turn.
Like
now I'm supposed to be punished for your journey.
So, no, and that's what. Shoot, that's why I said too before, like, when you choose to get married, like, later on in life, because that comes from trauma. If she's, like, in her 30s and say, you know, now I'm going to be celibate because of what happened in the past, now you're letting that trauma, you know, hinder your relationship with future men because you made bad choices in the past. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm like, from early on, make better choices. Be more selective of who you open up your legs to, and you won't even have to have this discussion.
Right.
So that's why, you know, like, shit, back in the day, people used to get married young all the time because, you know, they didn't want to go through what men and women going through today. Wait until 40, 50 years old to finally say, hey, I'm going to settle down. Because they didn't want all that trauma they had with ain't shit women and ain't shit men to affect on how they do in future relationships. So... if she come to you and say, hey, I'm now celibate, she been through a lot with some ain't shit man. And I don't know. Only God knows what happened to her. So maybe you should be like, damn. So I steer clear away from her. She need therapy.
True. And I'm not trying to deviate too much from the subject, but like, you talking about getting married earlier. Is it better to get married earlier than a little bit later in life? Like, because I feel like back then, you know, there was like a cap, like, you know, education really wasn't what it is today. Yeah. And, you know, you found a girl, you lock it down and you create your family. But, you know, when you create a family comes other responsibilities that can, you know, lengthen the time for you to reach a point where you want to be in life, lengthen the amount of money that you can get over time. Like, right. You know, you have to work a longer period of time versus being single, grinding, and getting there faster, and then saying, okay, I want to settle down now. So
I don't think it's really a right or wrong answer, but I will say, like, we are right, especially in the black community, like, shoot, like, nobody's getting married, bro. Like, nobody's really getting married. Like, I don't even and you know, that's fine, that's a choice you can make. Like, I'm not even here to knock it down, but then I come to ask my question, like, you know, why is marriage such an afterthought now? It's because our culture, you know, is kind of pushing that shit out the window. Like, you listening to Sexy Red and Sukihana talking about they the biggest, baddest hoes, giving it up, coochie print, this and that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't... And, you know, music is really influential. It influences a lot. You know, people are not going to get married if that's what the culture is pushing. You know, you hear Cardi B say, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I'm going to show you how to get this ring. That's not reality, bro.
It's not.
That's not reality. So now women are going to take that and run with it. And then when they, you know, come to face with real men in the real world, they're wondering why they single, because there ain't no man taking that shit. So it's like, look, it's either if you meet the girl of your dreams to get married young, cool. But I think it's also good to, like, well, it goes into my point is, like, be single until you grind hard and get to a place where you're comfortable and say, like, all right, now I can start a family. So you should be single for a bit until you get to a point. But the culture is just not even representing marriage in a positive light. Like, it's just have children out of wedlock, have multiple baby mamas, and just take it. And just take it. Like, look at the rappers, bro.
Yeah.
Look at these rappers. Moneybag, yo. Damn, I remember when he said he got like 5, 6 baby moms. It's like, why? You didn't learn after 1 or 2? Like,
damn, and he continued doing it, man. That's insane.
But again, bro, people see that and think that's the lifestyle or that's what you're supposed to do. Again, I said last episode, that's what it takes your father
Step in.
To step in and mentor the young boy to like, don't follow that nonsense. Don't follow what pop culture is doing. Follow what I'm doing in this household. But when you don't, when you avoid your responsibility being a parent, this is what happens.
And that's also what we talked about in a few episodes prior to that one. The church, man, the church. The deacons, all them dudes, them little boys that don't have no father in the house. Somebody else should be teaching them, guiding them. But
right.
Marriage is definitely something that's not really, common in our community like that. I mean, I feel like it's difficult, and I don't think it should be that difficult.
It shouldn't be that hard.
We need to give each other chances, and I think everybody trying to live the fast life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But
look, I'm not here advocating for marriage. I'm just saying, like, it's just not as popular as it was in the past. Like, you don't have to get married. If you just made a decision like, hey, I don't want to be married, I don't want kids, bro, that's your life. Do what you want. But I just don't like that our culture is pushing it. It's literally like, bro, in today's music is literally saying, oh, like, man, some of the lyrics I hear, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I don't even listen to it anymore. It's too negative.
It's just so vulgar, bro.
Yeah,
and it's like
too negative.
Where's the positive music that we used to listen to back in the day? You know what I mean? Like the Lauryn Hill.
Oh, man.
Or LL Cool J used to rap about love, bro.
Yeah.
Like now it's, if that nigga, I'ma get me another one.
I'm gonna get me another one, man. And that's the thing. These dudes like girls that's like that. I don't understand what's so attractive about that, And it's, I don't know. The dating pool is just so lame. It's just like,
which is why there's a passport bro movement.
It's just like everything is just so like whack. It's just like same typical shit. Yeah, kind of figured as much. I mean, you can look at them and just tell, like, yeah, I know what type of road you're gonna go down. like I'm not even joking. Like, I see it all the time, and it's like you can really like look at somebody, look at one of those girls, and predict the entire future. You can be like, yeah, you're gonna screw on with this one dude. Say he likes you, whatever, make you feel special. One day you're gonna end up pregnant. He gonna say, oh, is it mine? He's gonna start some little altercation about it. He don't want no kids. Cause look, even now you have NBA players that's telling girls, yo, take the pill and video yourself and send it to me so I know. Like, it's all this craziness. So it's like, you're gonna have a baby, you're gonna get pregnant, you're gonna go through with the pregnancy, right? Even though he doesn't want to be with you, right? And that's your right. Have a child, boom. Now you're a single mother with a child, a boy or a girl, no father in the house. Now you over here battling for child support. Boom, 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 boom. You get the child support, but hey, you can't make X amount of money, or you're trying to get this free housing, you're trying to do all this stuff. You could just tell them the entire life story before they even experience it sometimes.
Yeah, a child does not keep a man, yo.
Yeah, and it doesn't keep a man. And these women need to stop thinking that's what's going to keep a guy. Like, first of all, stop screwing around with these
low-life
guys. Yeah. And not only that, stop presenting yourself as one of those ratchet girls that attract those type of dudes.
Exactly. No, for real.
It happens all the time. It's
First impressions matter, bro.
It does.
You're not going to a job interview, your chest all out, in a club outfit. Like, no, I want to make a first good impression. So I'm going to go in my best.
Exactly. And see, and that's the thing. I feel like if you date with a purpose, you'll weed out and relieve yourself of all the stress and tribulations of just running up and just grabbing any chick and then finding out later, oh yeah, this is not gonna work. Oh damn, she got pregnant and she want to keep the kid now. Like now you screw, because that's not even a girl that you really wanted.
For real.
For
real. Men with purpose are not gonna go to those type of girls. I mean, like, think about it. Like, if you're going on a date, like real men are not gonna come up with tats on their face, grills in their mouth, and all type of nonsense. They're gonna present themselves accordingly.
Exactly.
Wear a suit, wear something nice to be like, hey, I want to make a good impression on you, so I want to present myself this way.
Present yourself as such, right? So now that made me lead into this question: like, what is a deal breaker in a relationship? Like, what's a big deal breaker? Like, what's things that you say, hey, this is where I draw the line with this.
Hey, you go first.
Damn. Deal breakers.
Bro.
I mean, like, look. My biggest thing is family. Like, if I'm gonna be with a shorty, she's gotta have some sort of good relationship with her family. Because I'm a family guy. I'm a family type of dude. Like, I like meeting the parents, the cousins, everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I want to feel a part and be known that I'm that dude, and I'm taking your daughter seriously. I'm taking your child seriously. What am I saying? You're taking your niece seriously. I meant to say niece. Taking your niece seriously. So like, I want to make my presence known. Versus when they don't have a good relationship with their family and everything's kind of toxic. Again, that's nothing that I can control. Right. But like, I would prefer, okay, there's somebody that means, you can talk to. Yeah, that I could talk to. There's somebody that means something to you that's your family, right? Where I'm not just some random guy. Oh, she's with some dude, nobody knows who I am, nothing, like, I don't know. I like family-oriented type of girls, but if they don't have that, then it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm a family-oriented type of guy, so when you come around my family, I'm gonna bring you around mine. I want to be around yours too. And when we get married, if it gets that far, we're like, what is this gonna be predominantly my family there? And you know what I mean?
It depends though. Like, I hear you. You're not wrong. Like, yeah, no, that's what everybody would want. Like, hey, here's my boyfriend. You know what I mean? You show him off, especially, and another type of respect too when you meet her father. Mm-hmm. And because, shoot, I'm going to be, my daughter introduced me to somebody. I'm vetting this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, so that's important. But I think you just have to have a discussion or like ask her, like, why aren't you with your family? If something's along the lines with like, listen, they're very toxic and I was better off without them for like whatever reasons, it's like, okay, maybe I'll be willing to like hear her out and give her a chance. But if it's something that could be fixed with a conversation, I'm like, hey, I think you should like try to fix it.
Yeah, and that's another thing. It's more of like, okay, if it's toxic or something, because there's always two sides to a story.
Yeah, right.
Right. So if it's like, oh yeah, they just do this and they're horrible and this, that, and the third, like, all right, unless you were not like abused or like that type of thing, I understand. And I don't expect them to tell me that on the first date or you know what I mean.
Come within time.
Yeah, that'll come with time, but I still would want to know, because I'm going into your life, you're coming into my life. Like, I just don't want to be, when I go into your life and there's like this wall,
pop-ups.
This wall of your family this door of your family I never get to open and go and see is like kind of like fishy to me.
You're right.
Are you running from something? Are you hiding something? Like, I'm trying to take you serious. Like, my family gonna ask about your family. Like, what do I say? Oh, did you ever meet her father or mother or her brother? I'm like, no. Or yeah, but it was just like for a second, and like we never had any functions, no nothing. Like, that's very weird.
Oh, no, you're right. That is weird. And yeah, it just depends. It is weird. And when you're asking for a woman's hand in marriage, bro, like, it is good to like ask the men or ask the father, in her life, like, hey, the way I used to look at it is like, I'm not really asking for your permission. It's just a respect thing. You're like, listen, I'm taking your daughter very seriously. I guess he's going to ask you some questions like, hey, why you want to marry my daughter? But if you have a good relationship with that father or whatever man is in her life, he's going to say yes with open arms. But it is, a different type of, what I'm trying to say. But it is a different type of respect or happiness that you're going to get from asking or confronting that man in her life. So it's good. So it is great to have, that open communication to her family. Because you want to feel a part. When you don't only marry her, you marry the family.
Yeah, you marry a family. And I take that shit serious.
You
know, like, marriage is not anything to be taken lightly, even though people getting divorced left and right. Like, it's like, hey, it's almost like high school. Oh, we're together and then we break up. Like, no, then being married is a major commitment. You marry into the family and, they're giving their daughter over to you. Right, the father is handing over.
Father, like, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. Like, you take care of her now. Like, she's your responsibility, right? So it's like that stuff shouldn't be taken lightly. And divorces are expensive, depending.
Cheaper to keep her.
You know what I mean? Depending on how they move or whatever. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's to me, that's a deal breaker. That's something that I'm like, okay, I need to know why you don't have some sort of good relationship with your family. Like, I would need to know why.
Now, let me ask you a question. Not to stray from the topic, but do you think you should forgive your family? Let's not go to the extreme level of like abuse and stuff. Mm-hmm. But do you think you should forgive your family no matter what? Because there are some people who be like, hey, but that's still your family. Like, should you take so much mental abuse from this person just because they're your family? Do you think you have to keep making up with that person?
Well, this is a part where you have to be mature. So you got to know, like, yes, that's your family, right? But you should know how to handle them, how and when you can deal with them. Like, if this person is giving you a lot of mental abuse or verbal abuse or whatever, like, okay, that's still your family. But where you draw the line with that person, or where to, okay, they having a little barbecue function. Should I bring my boyfriend? Sure. You bring him there. You spend 30 minutes. This is my family. Da 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 da. The toxic environment, or however you explain it to be. Hey, you get to see them. Chit chat for a little bit. Then we bounce. You know what I'm saying? Or they might be a auntie that you really close with out of the family. Yeah, you talk with them. You know what I mean? And you still introduce you still introduce me to everybody else, right? But like, that my girl should know, okay, these people are toxic to me, but this is my family. He knows them. I showed them. Him and I can have a private conversation on some of the stuff that happened. That is why I don't really, hang around them that often. But for you, I'm doing this for you, so my family. Because some people, they just straight up like, they just don't. To me, it shows that they're not taking you serious.
But it also depends on the relationship they have with that family member. What if they just don't talk? She's just going to bring you around this family member just because, like...
And that's the thing. Okay, so if she doesn't talk to her family, then...
Well, I'm talking about, like, specific family members.
Well, no, prior to going to the function, like, this is the example. We're at a function, like, prior to going to that, if she say, hey, Auntie J... I don't really talk to her like that. We had issues or whatever. She don't like me or whatever the case may be. But it is. Or my uncle Rob, him, we're really close. He used to watch me when I was little. This, that, and the third. You know what I mean? If I get a little rundown of who's who and what's going on, when I'm there, I'm not gonna expect my shorty to bring me up to the auntie that she don't like. I'm going to go over there myself.
I was just about to say
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Whatever beef y'all got, that's y'all.
That's between y'all. I have nothing to do with that.
You want to be respectful and introduce yourself.
Exactly. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, whatever. And then once the thing is done, it's done.
Right. I guess I was thinking from a standpoint, too, of like this specific family member who never comes around, really. So it's like she may not make the effort to call them. I'm like, hey, I want you to meet my boyfriend. It's just like, when you meet him, you meet him. You know what I mean? So I think you should have some sort of family presence.
Yeah.
Presence there. But I mean, shoot, not everybody.
Yeah, I'm not saying not everybody does, but like to me, that's what I value. Because if you don't talk to your own family or your family right there is toxic and whatever, like, then how are you gonna be with my family if you have a fallout with one of my family members? Well, you just don't want to show up around them no more, or like, you know what I mean? Like it's to me, that's what I value, because that's how I would raise my own family when I have children with this girl. Like I want my kids to be around their grandma, their grandpa, you know what I mean? Be around that environment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
of course, every family's gonna have their drama, but
yeah, every family have their drama. I'm not saying,
but I am about protecting my peace, though, bro. Like I'm not gonna hold you.
No.
There's only so much shit I could take.
I get you, but I'm not saying like they need to be at my crib every day. Like obviously that's not gonna be happening. But like summertime we have a little barbecue. We go over to my aunt's house, my uncle's house. We hang out for Thanksgiving. We go eat, go to somebody's house and eat. We host at my house or whatever. We eat whatever, and everybody go home. But it's like to avoid that piece, it's like a very crucial thing that I value a lot.
Right. No, yeah, I get you. And that, I think that's going to come out within time. Like once she sees, you're taking her serious, or once you guys are taking each other serious, it's just going to come out naturally. Like, yeah, I wish I had a better relationship with my mom or dad, or you know what I mean.
Or
like,
I could be the one that repairs the relationship,
bro. That's real. Or
I could
even
be the one.
Again, I'm not. Again, we just said like a child doesn't keep a man, but bro, when you bring life and you extend the family, I've seen it. Families come together, bro. Like that's what I said. It depends on the situation. If it's something petty, like it's not that big of a deal, like naturally, family will come together on like important moments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like when you're extending the family or like you're about to join the family, like man, that shit, those moments will make people forget what they were even arguing about. So, eventually though, that thing will go. But
so what is your deal breaker then in a relationship? Like where's your like absolutely not, or this is what I need out of a relationship? I ain't
gonna hold you, bro. I value support from my partner. If you're not here to support me or like to give me like words of encouragement or something like that, then I'm just better off by myself. You know what I mean? Like, look, I'm not a controlling person, bro. Like, I feel like there are some things in an unwritten, verbal contract, like I shouldn't have to like really sit down and talk to you about. But I think in a relationship, it's important and it's key to have support from your partner. Like, let's just say if I have an idea, I'm going to always be excited to run to my wife or my girl about it. It's like, yo, babe, it's something I want to do. I can't wait to get this off the ground. But if you just there like, all right, whatever, or I don't know if that's going to work out. I mean, you can be honest, but it's like, hey, I don't think you should do this. It's not going to work out. If you're not there to support me,
or drive, motivate.
Yeah, just like, all right, what do I have you here for?
Just like you're just a burden.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like that plays on your mental health, because then that will question your decision making. That will hurt your self-confidence.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like, with me, what's key in our relationship is like, look, we here to support each other. Now, within reason, like if my girl, and you say like, hey, I want to be the next CEO of Tesla. It's like, all right, let's pump the brakes there.
Stop it. Let's be real.
Let's pump the brakes there. You know what I mean? But like, if you like, shoot, man, if you come to me like, hey, this is what I want to do. This is my dream. And you actually have a path to that goal, I'm going to support you. But if everything I want to do, every dream I have, and you just keep shooting it down, it's like, all right, I can shoot my own self down. I don't need you. That's
definitely important in any relationship. Having somebody to support and motivate you and want more out of you, and you know what I'm saying. And when times get rough, got your back. You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff definitely is. But
because there's gonna be times in life where, look, even with leaders, as we was talking about in the last episode, how men are leaders. You may question your decisions at time, bro. Like, there's going to be some times where it's going to be like, damn, man, like this is a tough situation, bro. Like, I don't know if I have the ability to get over this. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then it takes a good woman to come to you and be like, listen, I support you in your decisions, or I got your back. And then that gets your swag back. And then, you go
sometimes
on.
You just need to hear the right thing. You know?
You just need a little pat on the back, need to hit the right thing. And I feel like a woman that's down for you is always going to just give you that mental support you need as a man. And, look, men are self-motivated. Like, real men are self-motivated, but shit, bro. Every once in a while, it gets hard. It gets hard. Like, when the journey gets hard, bro, you're going to question yourself on that journey. And when you have a woman who's down for you, who's constantly going to support you and help you, expedite that journey. Helps you get there a lot faster. So if you just
hear that, ladies?
Yeah, bro. Like, so if you just a woman that's just there, that's just.
I've dated a girl that was kind of like that. It's just like, oh, okay, well, whatever you say or whatever. It's like, there's a level of submissiveness, and it's just like. Like, what are we doing? Like, if it's anything I say, if I don't get any resistance, like...
Need a bit of a challenge there.
Yeah, like, I need some challenge. I need some resistance to say, like, tell me I'm wrong so I can show you I'm right. But my thing is just like, okay, yeah, sure. I don't know. I mean, if you want to, like, come on, like, just say, hey... have you thought about this, or you know what I mean, or why? Question it.
Yeah, give me your perspective.
Yeah, give me your perspective, and then maybe I'll realize, you know what, you're right. That brings up a good point, or it'd be like, it should be this way because of X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. Sometimes you need somebody to talk to you. Talk to you when you're making these decisions. Not just. Yeah, sure. Like, again, if we always talk about the scenario where, like, as a man, you're trying to get more money, increase wealth, make your family life better, etc. And let's say you're like, oh, well, we have to move to another state. You think your girl's just gonna say, okay, and just quit her job tomorrow and then just go with you? Like, no, you expect some resistance so she can see the value and why you're making this decision. Right. Not just because I said so.
Not because you said so. And, like, all right, so right now I'm reading this book called Give and Take by Adam Grant, right? It's a really good book. So now this guy comes up with an idea. I think it's called Pay Me Now. I looked him up. Pay Me Now, he started this company. Mm-hmm. Now, he shopped around and talked to multiple venture capitalists. Mm-hmm. And he went with the venture capitalists that's challenged him. One guy that he thought he really wanted to go with, he was just so, like, giving. He didn't really challenge him with everything. He just kept give. Mm-hmm. Instead of saying, like, hey, maybe I think we should go this route. He went with the person who would actually challenge him. And he knows that's going to push him even further. So in the same way in a relationship, it's like, yeah, you head of the household, but you still want to hear the opinion of your wife or your spouse.
Right.
Because you want to know if you're really making the right decision. She may really bring up some good points like, damn, I didn't think about it that way. Mm-hmm. It's all right, maybe let me hold off on, this. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, most definitely. So having that resistance can be more beneficial than just a girl just saying, yeah, sure, yeah, sure. So in that relationship that I had, obviously it didn't last. But, every time I go through these experiences, I learn more and more of like what I want and, you know, things to look for that or qualities in a person that is like, okay, I you know I need a little more than that.
Yeah, you know,
Or I like
bro.
the way this person does this. And I even talked to her about it. So it's not like it just happens and I just didn't say anything or just I was like, nah, like, do you agree? Do you not? Like,
Now, what was that girl doing on her own? Like, did she have a job? Like, what would she do?
yeah, she had a job. She had a job. She, was living on her own, her own place, whatever, doing her thing. But like, she wasn't very motivated. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say she probably was complacent.
Yeah, the complacency was there, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing for a woman, but if you're a guy and you notice it and you don't act on it, then you're doing a disservice as a man, right? Regardless, even if you're dating or something, or even if you see a friend, that's complacent or something, you should say something like, "Yo, you need to get up. You need to, do X, Y, and Z. You should do this." Like, give them suggestions if that's your homie and everything. But with her, I tried to tell her things, motivate, certain things she got done. One thing was like, I was like, "Yo, you should get your driver's license."
Oh,
Right? I can't tell you how many girls I was dating
so
and
many.
they don't have a driver's license.
Literally all of my friends that are girls, I don't think any of them got their driver's license, bro.
I'm like, wow. I was like, that's the most basic thing you should have as an adult, independent adult. Even if you don't drive, have it just in the event that you need to drive.
Yes, and I hate how people, especially, us living in New York, New Yorkers be like, well, I'm not buying a car because it's so expensive, and, I just take public transportation. New York spoils you with that. Mm-hmm. But again, you never know in the case of an emergency where you have to drive. What if you're doing a road trip, you rent a car?
Yeah. You go to another state. You go to another state outside of New York.
Yeah.
Everything is driving.
Anywhere outside of New York, you got to drive.
Everything is driving. You go to Cali, Miami, Texas, Houston, anywhere.
Jersey, right across the water, bro.
Jersey, you have to drive. Like, New York really spoiled these girls like that. And I'm like, even my sister, I was on my sister. I was like, my sister's in college. I was like, you need to get your driver's license. I don't care about any of all the stuff. And I took her in the car, or practiced with her, whatever, and she ended up getting it. And I'm like, don't ever feel like you need to rely on nobody else.
And it could save your life too. Yo.
Exactly. It's like, you don't even have to have the car. Just any situation could happen, and you want to go home, or you need to be home, or get in a car or something. You can drive.
Yeah, I can remember the time in college too. With like, I didn't have a car, but the person I came with ended up getting too drunk. I'm like, yeah, buddy, you in the passenger. I got my license. I could drive us home, and I drove home. What? And I'm like, what if I didn't have a license? I would have had no choice. I'm gonna get an Uber. But yeah. I'm just saying, like, majority of the time, you probably just like, damn.
You're a broke college student. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have no choice.
So yeah, that was the thing with her. So I kind of like did try to motivate her in certain aspects, and motivate her to get a different job, and kind of level her up. And I did all that, and then in the end, certain things just didn't go that way, and we decided to leave, split. But in the end, I need somebody who's gonna be motivated, challenge me, and I just don't. It's like having a yes man around you. You don't want.
Yeah, you don't want no yes man around you. Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom really bad.
Yeah,
I'll be back. 5 minutes.
But like I was saying, like you don't want any type of like yes men around you, because those type of people, they'll literally lie in your face. They may see that something is wrong, something like it's not right, or they can see your mistake. They can see your mistake and not tell you, and just say, oh, you know what? I'm just going to say yes to this because I don't want to upset him. I don't want to challenge him. They're always right. Like in a relationship, there's supposed to be some sort of resistance, like some, like, here's why I think differently. and you prove your case. You don't just say, yeah, sure, whatever, and just go with it. Dating in general, I feel everybody should date with a purpose. Make sure you get with someone that that also dates with a purpose.
Yep.
Because if y'all just trying to fool around, y'all gotta let it be known at the beginning of the date, like, yo, we just trying to have a good time, and that's it. That sets the expectations clear, so you can get filed off as a side chick, and then you can go do whatever else, find the one that you want, or if you're really focused, leave her right there and split the check. 50-50 bills. That's what we talking about.
Yeah. I agree, bro.
Yeah.
Anything else on your mind?
Oh, that's all I got. Got anything else? Damn, this one went pretty fast. Hour and change already.
Yeah, hour and change. Yeah.
I feel like it.
I think I'm good too. I'm good.
Think straight.
And man, drop down in the comments what y'all, opinion on everything we just talked about. Mm-hmm. Run it up, man.
Yeah, a hundo, and like I said, it's like nuclear warfare. On the shorts, man, we like it. Watch the shorts. Check us out on Spotify.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram. All of that information is going to be linked in the bio, in the description field of this video. And towards the end of the video, you're going to see a little clip with all of our socials and everything to follow us on. So subscribe, like, comment, share. Bring it up to your family. I want y'all to discuss with your family, your girlfriend, your side chick, your baby mom. You know what I'm saying? Discuss these topics that we're talking about, because this is all real shit.
Yeah.
Real shit. Real life shit. This is not no
shit.
Viral clips to just make, nonsense become the norm. Like, this is some real shit we talking about.
If y'all want to ever come on the show too, let us know.
Yeah, you guys got the email. Everything is in there in the bio. Everything. Check it out. Check the channel out. Hit us up anywhere on the video, in the comment section, on Instagram or Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Spread the word, spread the channel, And we just gonna keep delivering the hot fire. The hot fire. So I think that's all I got, bro.
Yeah, that's all I got too, yo.
All right, well, this is Rich, and I'm signing out.
Yeah. Later, y'all. We'll see you on the next episode.
See you guys in the next one. Deuces.